Hello and welcome to Reaction Check. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today's video is going to be a movie scene. We are watching a movie scene, an old movie song from a film called Chandralekha. Now this is the climax of this particular film. आप देख रहे हैं Reaction Check. This film was actually released in 1948. The production time that took to actually create this film was between 1943 to 1948. During those days was the most expensive film. So I'm really looking forward to actually watching this one and see what we have. If it was the most expensive film, it reminds me of a movie called Mughal-e-Azam, which in the 1960s took a lot of years to make, was the most expensive film. And I think the filmmakers of Mughal-e-Azam must have gotten inspiration from this particular film. So I'm really looking forward to watching these grand scale production and see what we have in it. Let's jump into this and see. Okay. The director for this film, Chandralekha, was S.S. Vasan. He also produced this film, and according to the description, this film... Oh wow, that's a nice shot. Nice. In these old films, the cinematography is so good, the shots are so well composed that a lot of new films don't even come close. Sets are huge. There's so many people in this scene, and I think each and every one of them went through a lot of costumes. Okay, so we've got her. She was the girl in the early scene. Oh man, if someone can change this to color, I'd love to see all the colors, and you really get to appreciate the costumes also. Oh, look at this shot. So who is she? I mean, is she kidnapped or?
உன்னை என்ன செய்கிறேன் பார். கிட அங்கே. இந்த சிசாங்கனை வெல்ல இந்த பூலோகத்தில் எவரும் இல்லை.
Oh. Okay. So he's the hero, I think. So many things happen in the last 10 minutes. It's
എന്താ
don't. Oh, okay. Hmm.
ഈ ഗുഹയിൽ നിന്ന് തപ്പിയത് இந்த கத்திக்கு இரையாவதற்குத்தான் அதைத்தான்
I'll
இப்போது
cut you
பார்த்துக்
here.
கொண்டிருக்கிறேன்.
You think you can? Oy. There's so much happening in this small sequence. I mean, it is a climax sequence, but the way it's divided into different things that happen one after the other, like, I really don't want this other guy to die. And yeah. Okay, now another thing happens. Who is this guy going to stab? Oh. Oh, oh, oh. This guy has to win. Oh, oh. Okay, the lovers finally meet. Oh, oh. The sound for this reaction may not be very clear because this is a very old video and the sound is really bad for this one. You may be hearing some sort of hum in the background.
என்னை நீங்கள் ஒரு நாள் மறக்கவே முடியாது.
I have to tell you, like, the cinematography on this one,
ஏசப்பா,
okay, so the real king is back. the first ever talkie film with dialogues was, I think, in India. The first one was released in 1939 or 38. And it was a pretty decent film, and had 22 songs, if I'm not mistaken. If I remember correctly, it had 22 songs. Now this film was conceived a few years after that, like from 1943 until 1942 or 1943 until 1948, 43 to 48. So 5 years that this film was in development, went through a lot of different things, a lot of scripting, a lot of recasting, and also the filmmaker S.S. Savan actually sold all his property and jewelry to complete this film. And the cinematographer Kamal Ghosh did an absolutely amazing job. I mean, this again is a 1948 film, and at that time a lot of collaboration was done between the filmmakers or the technicians in Germany, and also the technicians in India. A lot of them were like collaborating with each other, and the cinematography, especially the cinematography, is really beautiful in all of these films. But another thing that you see here is that the script of this film, or the sequence, the entire sequence that happened, the 14-minute sequence, there's so much happening in this sequence. Although it is very simple and raw filmmaking, this was an expensive film at that time, but it also has some things that are technically very right. I mean, the scripting, the sequencing, how things are happening, one thing leads to another thing, and you're always on the edge. The art form, the storytelling art form, or the resources we have right now to compose or maybe build something like this is we have a lot more resources, so it doesn't take a lot of time. This type of film like this may take maybe a year nowadays, if we want to actually make a large-scale production with all the computer technology, all the CGI animation that we can actually do. But this had sets, a lot of costumes, a lot of things, and it's for its time, it's an amazing production. Thinking about a production, or thinking about a large-scale production like this, will take a lot of encouragement, a lot of guts, and convincing people to actually come and chip in money, although most of the money came from the director himself, so it was his vision. And here we are in 2021 watching this. Let me know when you're watching this. Perhaps you can put that in the comment section, and I really thank you for watching this one with me. I'll see you in the next one. Take very good care of yourself. Adios.